Here we are again today on a very auspicious Friday evening. It happens to be Anuradha Nakshatra now, the star or the constellation at which Devi Jnanakshi Rajarajeshwari here in Rajarajeshwari Nagar was installed. And today happens to be Friday also. Morning it was Vishakha Nakshatra. Now we have Anuradha Nakshatra. And by the grace of Param Pujya Paramacharya Jagadguru Sri Sri Tirchi Mahaswamigal, our most venerable master, by the grace of all Mahatmas who have tread on this beautiful sacred earth, and by the grace of Jagannatha Sri Jnanakshi Rajarajeshwari, we have ventured today to read and try to understand the Devi Bhagavata Mahapuranam every Friday. The remaining days, as you already know, we will be reading the Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam. And this is Devi Bhagavata Mahapuranam. Again here also, as in the Bhagavata Mahapuranam, we have the Mahatmya to read earlier. Then we come to the main Purana. The main Puranam consists of 18,000 verses. I had said 12,000, it's not 12,000, it's 18,000 verses. Both Srimad Bhagavatam as well as Sri Devi Bhagavata Mahapuranam have got 18,000 verses. So in this one, now we have a question right at the outset. How come Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi has composed different Puranas in the praise of different Paramatma forms of Paramatma? If you take, as we have already discussed, whenever any human being on earth who has got little capacity to compose a poem or some literature, or even one sentence, if you just go through the history of this thanks, what you used to say, the word thanks, when somebody has done something good to us, we want to thank. So you used to say thank you earlier. Then it came to thank you very much. And then it turned to thanks a lot. And becomes a thanks a million. And then we do not know how it's going on. Thanks a trillion, and we do not know what else is going to come. How an expression changes gradually over a period. But the intention is what? We want to express our gratitude. And a great soul like Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi, who has come to this earth itself with the sole purpose of giving the human beings the knowledge of Paramatma. That is the very sole purpose of Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. We bow down to Bhagavan Vedavyasa, whose buddhi is so vast. When we used to learn in school letter writing or essay writing, to write one sentence, you have to do all sorts of somersaults. So difficult to write one sentence. But you imagine 18,000 verses into 18 Puranas. In each Purana, very different types of knowledge. And then in addition to this, the Mahabharata, comparing the Mahabharata. In addition to this, giving the 4 Vedas to his disciples. What should be the capacity of Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi? That's why we say Vyasastu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavan Vedavyasa Rishi cannot be any other than Lord himself. And what is the purpose of giving these Puranas to us? These Puranas, it's only 18,000 verses. What is the main idea of giving this to mankind? So that this mind, which Paramatma has willed to be always going outside, he wants it by a lot of effort to come back to him. Paramatma wants that this mind comes back to Paramatma. So he has given this wonderful Puranas. Pura api nava. Pura api nava. Iti Purana. Although it is very ancient, every time you read it, it will be new. Pura api nava. Although it is ancient, it is always new. That is the meaning of the word Purana. So now we will begin the Srimad Devi Bhagavata Mahapuranam. I repeat, without the grace of Bhagavati Devi Sri Jnanakshi Rajarajeshwari, without the blessings of Param Pujya Guru Maharaj, Even to venture to read this great work is impossible. So today we are fortunate that on a Friday, Nakshatra is Anuradha. Now we are prepared to begin. We pray to Param Puja Maharaj and Devi. We offer our head with all humility at their lotus feet and we begin the Devi Bhagavat Mahabharata. Srimad Devi Bhagavata Mahatmyam Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. All of you can repeat. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Durga Devyai Namaha. Shri Durga Devyai Namaha. Srishtau Ya Sargarupa Jagadavana Vidhau Palani Yacharaudri Samhare Chapi Yasya Jagadidam Akhilam Kridanam Ya Parakhya Pashyanti Madhyama Adho Tadanu Bhagavati Vaikhari Varna Rupa Sa Asmat Vacham Prasanna Vidhi Hari Girisha Aradhita Alankarotu. It's a beautiful prayer. Alankarotu. That Devi, let her come and be seated in our heart. Which Devi? That Devi who is in the form of origination in the function of creation. While creating, Srishtau Ya Sargarupa, when the act of creation of this world has to take place, then she becomes the form of Brahma, who is the nature of protection in the function of preserving. When you must have people who read the Lalita Sahasranama, Srishtikartri Brahma Rupa Goptri Govinda Rupini Samharini Rudra Rupa. What is the meaning of these things? Srishtikartri. We all say that the world was created by Brahma according to the Puranas. But just I say, for example, I wrote this book. When somebody says, I wrote this book, pen, you require a pen. You require a book. Just start writing, isn't it? Is it as simple as that? Where is the power of intellect for writing something? The power is called as Shakti. Therefore, the creative Shakti of Brahma is none other than Devi. The creative Shakti of Brahma is Devi. The preserving Shakti of Vishnu is Devi. The dissolving Shakti of Rudra is also Devi. Therefore, Devi is, the main thing is power. In fact, in some foreign philosophies you will find, it's called as the force. The source is the force. The source is the force. Without the force, nothing will happen. Therefore, there is a Shakti, there is an energy. And in the form of Rudra, in the function of destroying, therefore, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, for whom the entire universe is a field to play. How much is the size of the playground for a school? About 100 meters by 100 meters, 200 meters by 200 meters, 300 meters by 300 meters, playground, football playground, cricket playground, and then we can play volleyball, everything we can play there. But for Devi, she's got a very small playground. That is the universe. The entire universe is the playground for Devi. Krida, Kridangana. The entire world is the Kridangana of Devi. for whom the entire universe is a field of play, who is para, pashyanti, madhyama and vaikhari. These are the 4 types of vak. The word vak in Sanskrit means the articulated speech, but before the articulated speech, I am saying, for example, I am saying speech. I am using the word speech. Before I say speech, already the mind has started working. It has formed the word speech. Idea, concept has come, and the energy has started from here. So this speech has got 4 forms: para, pashyanti, madhyama, vaikhari. Vaikhari is called as articulated speech, which we speak. Before the vaikhari there was madhyama, and before that there was pashyanti, and before there was para. Para is the seed of the speech, then the shoot of the speech, then the plant of the speech, and then the fruit of the speech. You can take it as 4 different stages of speech. So all that is Devi only, and who is worshipped by Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Decorate our words, remaining pleased with us. May Devi be pleased with us. Because if the source Paramatma is pleased with us, Devi is pleased with us, then we will be able to read about her glory also. Otherwise it's not possible. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Narayanam Namaskritya. Now after offering our pranams to Devi, now we are offering our pranams to Narayan Bhagavan. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Nara and Narayana. These are 2 forms of Paramatma, Narayana only. We are always doing tapasya in Badri. Nara and Narayana. We offer our pranams to Nara and Narayana. In Devim Saraswati, we also offer our pranams to Devi Saraswati, who is the presiding deity for the speech. And then Vyasam, we also offer our pranams to Vyasa Maharshi. And then Tato Jayamudiraye. There is a system, just like we did in the afternoon. We played a game with the children where we gave numbers to each letter. The word Jaya is equal to 18. The word Jaya means 18. 18 Puranas or 18 Parvas. It means 18. So Jayamudiraye means read the 18 Puranas. Now we are going to start. Having prostrated to Narayana and Nara, the superior most among the men, Goddess Saraswati and Vyasa, one should recount the Jaya, that is the Puranas. One should start reading the Puranas. Rishayaha Uchuhu Suta Jiva Samabhvir Yastvam Shravayasihaya Sashravayasihanaha Tatha Manohara Punya Vyasa Shishya Mahamate. The sages said, O Suta Rishi, live for many years. They start with a blessing to Suta Rishi. I try to understand. Suta Rishi is sitting up. The other rishis are sitting down. But who is blessing whom? The rishis who are sitting down are blessing the rishi who is giving the discourse. You live for 100 years and more. Because you are giving us amritam. You are giving us nectar. The sages said, O Suta, live for many years as you are making us hear many beautiful holy stories. O disciple of Vyasa, O wise man with great intellect. Sarva papaharam punyam Vishno's charitam adbhutam Avatara kathopetam Asmabhir bhaktitah shrutam. We have already heard Srimad Bhagavatam. We have already heard Srimad Bhagavatam where Lord Vishnu has done wonderful acts. The astonishing acts of Mahavishnu, which are capable of destroying all sins, and our mentions were heard by us with great devotion, along with stories regarding his incarnations. You have already heard those things. Shivasya charitam divyam Bhasma rudrakshayosta Bhasma rudrakshayostatha Setihasam cha mahatmyam Shrutam tava mukhambujat. We have also heard the great acts of Shiva also. We have heard about Bhasma, we have heard about Rudraksha and the glory of Rudraksha also. And with the Itihasa and the glory, we have heard it from the beautiful lotus lips of yours. So also the holy details about Shiva, the sacred ash, Rudraksha beads, along with the history and glory were heard by us from your lotus-like face. Adhuna shrotum ichhamaha pavanat pavanam param bhukti mukti pradam nrina anayasena sarvashah. Now we want to listen that which is sacred, very sacred, sacred, most sacred of the sacred stories. We want to listen to that, which gives both bhukti and mukti. The word bhukti means joy, prosperity, health, long life, position, fame, everything in this life. It's called bhukti. Mukti is no joy, all joy, all joy, all everything, which is called as mukti, up to the absolute total liberation. Everything together, but without any attachment. That is mukti. So both bhukti and mukti, which gives us Tattvam bruhi mahabhaga Yena siddhyanti manavaha Kalavapi param tvatto Navidmah samshayachidam. O great one, O Suta Rishi, tell us by which the men attain siddhi. How is it that man attains siddhi? Siddhi means success. The word siddhi in the simplest meaning is success. Not only success, high powers also. Suppose we could know what is going to happen tomorrow. Suppose we could know what is going to happen next year. That is called as future, the knowledge of clairvoyance, what is clairvoyance. These are all called as siddhis. But more than all these things, whatever good we want to do, we should be able to do. That is the biggest siddhi. If you want to do good, you should be able to do good. Not bad. Not bad to anyone. Suta uvacha. And earlier what they are saying, the rishis are saying, there is nobody in this Kali Yuga who can tell all this better than you. Better than you, Suta Rishi, nobody else can. Suta uvacha Sadhu prishtam mahabhaga Lokanam hitakamyaya Sarva shastrasya yat saram Tadduvo vakshyamya sheshataha. Suta Rishi said, very nicely questioned by you, Rishis. You have done a very good question, which is in the welfare of not only you people, but the entire world. The answer to this one is going to help the entire universe. Just like The coming of Corona has helped the entire universe to be pure and sacred. Now, all purity has come now. There is no pollution in the air. Animals are freely running about now. Rivers are very pure now. Water is nice, air is nice. Because of one sankalpa of Paramatma only it has happened. Sarva Shastrasya Yat Saram. I want the essence of all Shastras. Tad Vo Vakshyami. I will tell you that. Sutra Rishi, I will tell you that. Tavat Garjanti Tirthani. Purāṇāni Vratāni Ca Yavanna Shrūyate Samyak Devi Bhagavatam Naraihi. All the different types of sacred places in this world, like sacred rivers, sacred temples, sacred spots, all these, they will say, I am sacred, I am sacred, I am sacred, till the human being listens to Devi Bhagavatam. Once you listen to the Devi Bhagavatam, you will feel that Devi Bhagavatam only is the most sacred, not these places, not these rivers or anything. The Devi Bhagavatam which is going here, which is more sacred than anything else. Tavat Papatavi Nrinam Kleshada Abhrakantaka Yavanna Parashu Prapto Devi Bhagavatabhidha. When you walk in, let us say, a garden or you walk in the forest, then there will be many types of trees. Among those trees, some trees are very, very thorny trees. They will also, bottom also, they have thorns, sides also will have thorns. These thorny trees, they will come and pierce you. And thorny trees are not just trees, the forest of sins. That is papa, is like a thorn. When a person commits a wrong act, he gets a sin. From that sin, what happens? Difficulty after difficulty will come. One difficulty, two difficulties, three difficulties, continuous difficulties will come. So this tree of sins cannot be cut by any axe. This tree of sins cannot be cut by any axe other than one axe called as Srimad Devi Bhagavata Parashu. If you have the Srimad Devi Bhagavata Parashu, the axe in the form of Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, then all the papa trees can be cut down. We will pause here today. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namo Devi Mahadevi Shivai Satam Samaham Mudraya Vada Om Sahana